Hello everybody, Logan here. I'm here to help you move in this world in an efficient and effective manner without sacrificing your authenticity, but set goals and actions that will align with your dreams and how you want to serve this world. In my life, that is my mission, to help you gain mastery over your life without swimming against the current, but knowing what you will do. It is my mission and intent for mastery to serve you the best I can in helping you create clarity for your future and clarity on what you do not want, and knowing how to create action steps towards your future. I already said future many times. Here are 8 lessons I have learned in trying to forge my path authentically, efficiently, and effectively. Number 1 is learn about what is going on in the world, especially in the financial markets, in the economics, and the behaviors of society in general to understand the health of perception. If you understand and have an overview of that, you know more than most, because most are busy with their own thing and don't know what leads to what, and not consciously taking control of their life. If you notice that a lot of people are just stuck in their bedroom and looking at their phone and doing nothing with their lives, you do the opposite. And knowing what that leads to and knowing the history will help you have an informed decision on how you should start a business, how you should invest, and understanding the cycles of economics. I started understanding that when I started reading this, which I have not gotten very far with it, but this will probably have a lot of good lessons in it. To express the importance of this, I can read the reviews of this book on the back, in which he put down, I think, or his team who put it down, I don't know. Ray Dalio has a special talent for identifying the key questions of our time. His new book is a serious contribution and an urgent warning. Henry Kissinger. So I'm not going to read all of them. I'm just going to bring forth that. This definitely leads into the second lesson. Do not follow the masses. They are under the control of their consciousness and following others whom they try to emulate. And a lot of times they are in a lower level of consciousness, meaning that they don't have the awareness of why they're doing what they're doing, their future vision, and how they can overcome their procrastination and be able to understand why they're doing what they're doing and what it leads to. Just by seeing the results most people get, they're stressed and depressed. I'm not saying clinically, I'm talking about situationally. People just get themselves in a complete rut and give into the sales funnel of the university, and they become slaves to time and slaves to what other people think of them. I'm definitely not saying that there's anything wrong with university, but I am saying that a lot of the programs you go through doesn't have much substance and value in it. It does to a certain extent, but there's much more to it. In certain jobs, you need to go through university. If you want a job, you should go to university for certain things. And other things, you just need experience or certification. Knowing not to follow the masses, knowing that we can separate our identities and understanding of each identity of being a man, a woman, a financial guru, whatever. Try not to conform to that, or that will limit your perception of what it is. If you bring forth a higher identity, you will transcend the susceptibility to indoctrination and immoral influence from the media and other places. You will have an overview of what is happening. Speaking of having an overview over as much as possible and organizing it in your brain in an efficient and effective manner, be open to learning. If you have the identity of being really smart, you are not going to grow because you're just going to portray that to society and discard any learning experiences that might expose you as people's perception of you being dumb. But if you have the identity of the learner, your focus is now on growing. Number 4 is don't box yourself into a narrow identity. Sorry, this is just pen, this is not a blend. Noticing that they try to have opinions about certain sectors of society and certain people, knowing that it kind of makes you feel less than or more than other people, we have to disconnect from that and be our authentic selves and understand that the results are a lagging indicator of our identity and our thought processes and the processes that we follow. So if we understand that, we can move forward in life. Sorry, that sounded blabbery. I think I should have had a better choice of words. Lesson number 5 is not all opinions are equal. Knowing that you have a certain path, not everybody will understand. Understand that not everybody will understand. So don't conform your mind to them or you'll stress yourself trying to move towards your goals and swimming against the current. I've definitely noticed that in my own life, and I should not ask opinions of people where I do not want to be. So I shall have my own self-education, as I said earlier, be open to learning. Of course, other people's opinions are not necessarily wrong or right. There's a spectrum of that and a spectrum of how relevant it is to you. And understanding that we need to go to many sources, critically analyze and judge the validity of the information. Number 6 is go to many sources. News sensationalizes things, slaps inaccurate labels on people, and use graphs to trick people. One of the examples is that sometimes in statistics, this means go up and this means go down most of the time, but sometimes news like to flip it and make the 0 on the top and the whatever number at the bottom, the whatever percentage. So realizing that this event caused less deaths actually caused more deaths or whatever, and thinking about like certain people, knowing that if you are to have a bigger influence on the world, governments will often try to shut you up. Sometimes people can accuse you of certain things. So be very careful of that, as I've noticed that in many other people, just like Jordan Peterson. Number 7 is create rules for yourself. If you do not create rules for yourself, when you are in an emotional mood, you will have nothing to go off of. You need clarity in certain situations that happen often. If you have go into problem-solving mode in your life and often, you will gain clarity on what to do when you feel this certain way, or if you identify why you're procrastinating on something. So it's like having a contingency plan. And number 8. That's 9. 8. If you never try, you'll never know. The greatest regret in life is not trying. If you realize you ended up in a place where you're poor or you're miserable all the time, you probably haven't done enough work on yourself, enough work on your thought patterns and your mindset. As many business books says, you have to fail fast and reiterate. If you do that many times, you have a better understanding of what to do. You need that data point in order to go off of how you are to change and make it better. Sorry guys, I shall make a better YouTube video than that. It is just that I'm not the greatest at talking, but I shall get better. Sometimes my thoughts are more complex than what my words are, like how I express it, and more nuanced. If you find that the way I word things is not very good, that is because I'm just picking points and going freestyle off of it. Because I've noticed when I do word by word scripts, that becomes hard on my brain, trying to remember everything and restarting over and over and over every single part of the video. So I am just going to do freestyle for a while. Not freestyle as in trying to make up everything in my head and start recording, but freestyle is in pick many points you have in a video, I have in a video, and then talking about each point, thinking about it and talking about it. Okay, if this video is valuable to you, you can comment or visit my newsletter. That is not really growing. I'm like, meh. But I'm trying my best. My skill will mold to how difficult it is.